Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Aiden's weather forecast, and welcome back to another video, guys. This is gonna be another update on the severe weather moving to parts of the south, and it's gonna start getting really messy as we speak and into tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday. So, guys, it's just gonna be another update from yesterday's update. Let me just move this. Okay. So this is just gonna be another update. There's new models, or sorry, not new models. There's just new forecasts and new changes to what we saw yesterday. And again, guys, if you saw the video yesterday or you've heard about this, it's not going to be as bad as the storms that we've had in the past couple of weeks. There's not going to be a moderate or enhanced risk. It's only going to be slight, as it takes a very surprisingly turn to the south, to the Gulf of Mexico. So not really any currently severe weather advisories or alerts. So far, we only have special weather statements, I believe, what are for the severe weather. And then we have flood alerts and flood warnings for parts still for the Mississippi River. They've had flood warnings there for about a week, and no joke, they've had it straight there for a week as a lot of rain's coming in. So some flood warnings for some areas. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we have some flood warnings and flood statements for parts of these areas in the south, stretching all the way maybe to parts of all the way through the Mississippi River, parts of Missouri, Illinois. So, since there's not really much, let's just go back to the radar, guys. 3 km, this is the 3 km model. So this is what's going to go on right around a couple hours from now. Again, going to bring some very heavy rain soon for parts of the Oklahoma-Texas border. That's where we're going to have some very heavy thunderstorms there with maybe possible wind damage. And then some others, moderate to light rain for parts of the northern part of Oklahoma and the southern part of Kansas. Let's move on a little bit more. So that little wave brings a bit of rain for parts of the more of the Oklahoma area, and then there's going to be another wave forming for parts of the south central parts of Texas. It's going to be about two waves, one for the northern part, and also going to bring some heavy rain tonight for parts of the Arkansas and Missouri and Oklahoma borders, southern Missouri, northern Arkansas, and eastern Oklahoma. And then you see that second band very getting really messy as we go more into tomorrow. That low's right there, so it's going to bring some very intensifying thunderstorms. A very big threat compared to the rest of Texas. When I say not a big threat, I'm not saying enhanced risk or moderate. I'm just saying the bigger threat compared to the other areas in Texas. Parts of just near parts of Texas, near the Mexico border, can get quite some heavy bands of thunderstorms, possible multi-cell storms, which can again bring very large hail up to golf ball sized hail. But in this case, I'll say no larger than a golf ball sized hail, but I could be wrong. As we go more into Wednesday, guys, it's going to get really messy in parts of south central Texas, and then central, north of the Austin area. Honestly, don't even know what's right here in central or Texas, but if you're right here, you're going to get really hammered as we get to around midday tomorrow. Just hammered with these heavy thunderstorms, very heavy and intensify as they move. Dallas can get a bit less of a threat than yesterday we saw. And then you can see that band starts to calm down a little bit as we go to Wednesday. But as we go to Thursday morning, really early on Thursday, that band really starts to intensify again, bringing some very heavy rain for parts near the southern Dallas metro area. And then for, again, northern Texas and parts of southern Oklahoma can get really heavy rain. Then Houston can get quite some heavy rain. Eastern Texas, more like southeastern Texas, can get heavy rain as that moves into parts of the Louisiana area, bringing some very heavy rain for the New Orleans. Jackson, Mississippi, again in a big threat. Parts of Arkansas and Mississippi can get quite heavy rain. At least it's not going to be a big threat for more of the central Mississippi. But it's going to bring a lot of rain from near the southern part of Mississippi. Jackson can probably hear those thunderstorms right there. But let's see. And it stops right there. That's the farthest we can go on that radar. But that went all the way around Thursday evening. So that's what you need to know for the end of tomorrow. Oops, sorry guys, something's popping up. Okay, so this is Storm Prediction Center this is what we're looking at for today, actually. So this is more referring to tonight in the evening, as those thunderstorms haven't really produced any threat yet, or not really. They're just getting formed. They're just getting started, if you want to say that. So this is why it's more into tonight, not really today, or like the daytime. But we can have a marginal risk stretching all the way to parts of the Missouri area and all the way to Texas. That's quite a lot of land getting marginal risk for severe weather. But again, not going to be as severe as we've seen with these past big storms. So the most we can see is a slight chance. So again, it's not the biggest threat, but you can't underestimate this storm. As you saw what that radar showed, that can produce some possible thunder or severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. And again, don't underestimate it. Something can happen and that they didn't predict. But so far, our areas in the marginal are now Dallas. Dallas now getting a bit less of a threat. Fort Worth, Arlington, Plano, and Garland, Texas. Those are all in Texas. And then maybe for the parts of eastern Oklahoma can get marginal risk. Parts of the slight, including Abilene, Midland, Odessa, San Angelo, and Del Rio, Texas. So more major parts are the Texas area. Let's go to day 2. Day 2, as it moves east or more like southeast, as it's going to take a weird dip to the south. Normally they usually take a turn to the east, but this time it's going to take a weird turn to the south. So that's why it's not going to be a very big threat for these areas. They would probably have a slight to enhanced risk probably for these areas if it didn't take that turn. But now parts of slight, including more parts of Houston, actually can get some slight chance. That's going to be one of the first times they're under the slight chance. They've been usually under the marginal. Parts of the marginal, including Dallas, still Dallas under there. Fort Worth, Arlington, Corpus Christi, and Garland, some major areas that have been in the marginal risk for the past 2 days, according to this. And slight chance, including Houston, San Antonio, Austin, Laredo, and Pasadena, Texas. Very large cities. Good thing it's not including Dallas, but again, it's going to include very big cities. You saw Houston and Austin, the capital. Day 3, again, you can see it's going southward. That's why it's only going to bring a slight chance for parts of New Orleans and south of Jackson, actually. So Jackson, what a relief you guys are. You guys are still going to get some rain, severe at times, but not going to be severe most of the time. But they're going to be a large area that's going to get lower than a marginal. It's going to be a very low chance for maybe just thunderstorms, not really severe thunderstorms in that light blue, or sorry, light green. Marginal, including Mobile, Jackson, Lake Charles, Port Arthur, and Pensacola. Again, large areas that are going to get as marginal risk. And then the slight chance, including New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette. I'm not really sure, guys, if I said that right. In Gulfport, Mississippi. So again, the southern parts of Mississippi. Let's just go to the precip of rain. And I'm showing this, guys, because it has increased a lot since yesterday, guys. Yesterday it only reached about maybe 4.5 inches at most. But now, guys, we can see maybe 5.5 inches. That's not only an inch difference. Well, it's a big difference. An inch can do a lot of damage, actually. And it's stretched more to the Dallas area. So Dallas can have a very big threat. Wouldn't be surprised if they issue flood warnings, maybe. Flash flood warnings, flood alerts in those areas in northern Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas. If you were in the circle, honestly, guys, I would not be surprised if you are under a flood alert or a flood warning. This is the area in general. You're probably thinking, why these areas in the flood warning, flood alert? Again, you don't have to get the most amount of rain to be under that. But again, parts of Dallas and south of Dallas can have around 5 to 6 inches of rain. A lot of rain, guys. Parts of the Arkansas area can get 3.5 to 4.5 inches. And then near the Austin area can get around 4 to 4.5 inches. But again, the most will be near the northern part of Texas. And then right here's a little other band where it can have 5 to 6 inches right there. But again, the most amount will be right here. And it's really crazy, guys, because you don't really expect 6 inches from one rainstorm. It's really, really rare to see that in the south. Yes, they get a lot of rain, but they don't get that much rain from one single thunderstorm or severe weather. That's really, really rare to see that, guys. So let's check out the Cape Let's see what the values are and all that. This is actually not really, this is not for today, actually. This is all the way to Wednesday, guys. Because today I looked at the not really high cape. But I can show you guys, actually, if you guys were wondering. So let's just go at 8 p.m. today. You can only see, not that many high numbers, actually. You can only maybe see 2,400, 2,500, 2,700. Again, that's only just not really coming from the severe side, actually, and then it slows down a bit more. So that's why, guys. So let's get to the Wednesday. Let me go back to 11 a.m. So this is tomorrow, guys. You're during school. You're gonna see quite that energy to pile up in parts of southern Texas, 1,700 joules per kilogram. Let's go straight to 2 p.m. A very big difference. You see a lot of energy near the border of Mexico and Texas. You had 2,500, 2,600. We would have some maybe possibly 3,000 right here, as that's gonna form and it's gonna move to the eastern part of this part of the storm. And so that's what it's looking like as we get to 2 p.m. 5 p.m. can have a lot of energy, guys. Oh, didn't mean to zoom in. I meant to zoom out. Alright, so you can see, I'm trying to zoom out, guys, for you guys in general to see where the highest amount of energy will be. It's going to be the San Antonio and Austin area, guys. So if you're wondering right here in the Dallas area if you're going to have a lot of energy, no, you're not. That's why the slight chances are right here, and that's why you're in the marginal, guys, because, again, the most severe bands will stretch over here, guys. So, yeah. So let's check out the Cape values. Actually, you have 3,500 near Piedras Negras. That's actually Mexico, but it's right on the border of Texas. Wait. Okay. So you have 3,600, 3,500. San Antonio under 2,600. Austin 2,100. Again, it's going to be more the southwestern part as it forms 3,500, 3,300. 3,500, 3,600, so quite some high numbers, guys. A lot of energy, and then when we get to 8 p.m., 8 mostly goes to the south, near the Monterrey area of Mexico. So again, it's not going to bring that much or energy. You could see quite a bit of energy. A little area near San Antonio can have maybe 3,000 joules per kilogram, and then another one near the Corpus Christi, but to the west, sorry, 2,900, 3,000, or 3,000. And then if we move, it's going to move all the way out. So, and then once we go to Thursday, not going to be much energy in Texas, nor areas in Louisiana. It's going to be, again, more off the coast as that storm moves in the coast. 2,300, 2,400 joules per kilogram. And then it moves off. Not really any energy at all whatsoever. So, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will have another update. I should have another update tomorrow on the storm as it moves for parts of the Houston and New Orleans area, guys, or New Orleans area. So, guys, again, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it, and see you guys in the next video.